Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Joycel Sapong and I'm back again on your screens with something else. So today we're going to talk about how I passed my 5th IELTS. But before we get into it, please like, comment and subscribe to this channel. That's what gives me the motivation to come back. That's what encourages me to bring you more and more. Alright, so let's get into it. Right, so I'm sure some of you might be asking themselves, why did she go and do another IELTS even though she's in UK? Yes, so I had to for 2 reasons. Number one was that everybody knows about my American dream, so I had to do the IELTS to get through the process because my last IELTS had expired. That's why I sat for another one. My second reason for sitting for the IELTS was that I find a lot of people coming to me asking about how I did it, how I got some of the strategies to go through it. I give them my personal strategies. It might be old, it might be current. So I was like, why don't I use this as an opportunity to test myself again to see if these strategies are actually working? And I did it again. So that was my second reason, and I think it was worth doing it that way. When I finally realized that I had to give them an IELTS result, which was in date, it was like a month to the exam day. So I quickly went to the British Council page and booked for the exam. So I had only 1 month, because then that was the nearest date possible. So I had only 1 month to do it, and trust me, throughout the course I couldn't study. I don't know what was wrong with me. I don't know if it was because I knew the pass rates for the American process was not that high, or because I was already in the UK, or I don't know. I honestly cannot tell you why I couldn't study. I tried my best several times, but nothing came up. So exam day came. In fact, the night before the exam day, I tried studying for the speaking. So I got some materials from a friend, and I was like, let me just read one of the cue cards. I had my phone with me like that, and then I just slept off. So basically I didn't study anything. For exam day came, and as usual, that pressure was there. I was so scared, frightened, and I went, did the exam, and the results came in about 13 days after. And this is what I had. Let me just read it out for you. So I have listening 8.5, reading 7.0, writing 6.5, and speaking 8.5. Right, so I had an overall band score of 7.1, which is in the CEFR level C1, which is good, to be fair, looking at what I'm trying to use it for. And if it was to do with coming to the UK with this result, it would have been a good and beautiful score to come with. So let me just tell you about my experience with each of the modules and how I felt when writing it. Alright, so I'm just going to start with the one I had the least score, which was writing 6.5 I had. So looking at it, unfortunately I can't really tell you exactly what the questions were because I'm not allowed to share anything that happened in there. But I would say I didn't study anything, as I said previously, but whatever thing I wrote in there was purely general knowledge, and the little information and a little clue I had gathered from the previous IELTS I had written, that got me the 6.5. But since 6.5 is considered as a pass mark for both UK and American process, I would say I managed to put in all the key words and all the key information to get me there. So I would say it was a good one. So continuing, I'm going to talk about the reading, which I had 7.0, and yes, 7.0 is a pass for both UK and American process, so it was a good one. But unfortunately, I couldn't finish with my reading. I got to question number 30, which was about halfway through the third passage, and I got distracted. I was just looking at somebody. And one thing I want to encourage everybody to be mindful of is distractions when it comes to the reading. Sometimes it could be from within the exam hall, it could be from within the paper you are reading, which is the passages, or from something that you are thinking about, and those can distract you. All those things can set your mind off the exam period. And mind you, it's just for 1 hour, so you need that 1 hour for yourself just to get through it. So with mine, I would say I had two distractions at that time. The third passage was a very, very practical passage which I was enjoying. So I kept reading and reading and reading into every detail, which ideally will not help you if you are time conscious, considering how the IELTS reading is set. And I was just looking at a couple who were trying to help each other. Yeah, so that was what got me distracted. But I'm so happy that even though I couldn't finish all the answers, which was like I got to like the 30th number, but I did not leave the rest. I just looked at the topic and then just wrote down some of the answers and finished within time. I'm so lucky and I'm so happy that I finished. I came out with a score of 7.0, which was a good one. Yeah. And these two, I don't know which one to say is my favorite or was my favorite during the exam period. And what to say, it was the listening or the speaking. But I'll give it to the speaking, so let me talk about the listening first. So when I listening, I had 8.5 and it was a good one. So if you had 8.5 in the listening, I'm thinking that it means I had about a score of between 37 and 38. Yeah, it's either I had 37 over 40 or 38 over 40. That's why I came up with a score of 8.5. And it was quite straightforward. It was okay. I didn't get lost at any point. I kept following it. I think the one that I got lost was just the 10th question, which where they ask you to put something there and then they say a lot of cities, or they give you a lot of options and you get lost. But with all the type of questions that came, I didn't get lost at any point in time in the listening, so it was quite good. And then one thing I found was that it was a little bit different from how we do it back home in Ghana. So here, they don't give us the headsets like we do in Ghana. We use a big speaker, which was quite good, because I was concerned when I was told that we're going to use that speaker instead of the headphones, because I thought I was not going to be hearing properly because I was sat at the back, or there was going to be some glitches with the thing. But I mean, we are in England, so lo and behold, it was just perfect, just as you were using the headphones. So nothing sort of distracted me during the listening. That was why I came up with the 8.5, and I'm glad I did. I would say that the 8.5, part of it is from the fact that I've lived in England for 3 years. I've gotten used to some of the common vocabs they use here, so I didn't have to think about some of the questions, and I didn't have to think about the vocabulary to use. It was just in the flow, it was just normal. And I find that sometimes when you make a statement, they can pick a word out of the statement and then tell you to explain what you mean by that. They just want to know if you actually understand what you actually use, even though it fitted in that statement perfectly. They still want to be sure that you knew what you were saying and you understood that word. So I find if you make sure and think of the speaking or the third part as a conversation rather than anything, it takes the pressure off you, and then it helps you to relate with the person better, and it helps calm the situation basically. So that is why I'm saying that is my favorite part, and I dreams and get to where they want to be. Thank you for watching, and bye. My name is Joycel Staple. Bye.